Welcome to physics class. In today's class, we shall be studying in detail about the magnetic field's direction, pattern, and strength in a solenoid. Before that, let us know what is a solenoid in a simple way. As you can see in the figure, it is just a cylindrical coil wire in which the current is going to flow. On passing electric current through this cylindrical coil of wire, it behaves as a magnet. That we call it as a solenoid. I repeat, solenoid is a cylindrical coil of wire which acts as a magnet on passing current through it. It behaves as a magnet, a temporary magnet. The time during which the current is going to pass through this coil of wire, it behaves as a magnet. As soon as we stop the direction of flow of current, it stops behaving as a magnet. So in my next class, we shall be discussing how it behaves as a magnet. In today's class, we shall be discussing about the magnetic field pattern and the strength that is going to be produced around a solenoid. All of us know the basic concept that a conductor which is carrying current, there will be a magnetic field produced around that conductor. In the same way here also, around a solenoid there is a magnetic field produced. We will be studying about the strength and the pattern of this magnetic field that is going to be produced around a solenoid in this class. And the only way I can come to know that you people need more classes or more explanation is through your subscription, which will motivate us to do more and more concepts. And let me know in the comment section which are the topics you prefer. Coming back to the topic. On passing current through this coil, there is a magnetic field produced around the solenoid which behaves as a magnet. What is the magnetic field pattern? How it looks? What is the shape? That is nothing but the meaning of pattern. If you observe from outside, there is a different shape compared to inside. So outside the solenoid, what is the pattern of the magnetic field? Is it circular loops? Do you agree? It is in the form of a circular loop. Yes. Outside the solenoid, the magnetic field that is going to be produced, it is in the form of circular loop. So where is the circular loop? That is outside. That is outside the solenoid. How is the magnetic field pattern inside the solenoid? We can observe they are parallel. On continuing these loops, these lines, they also form the circular loops. But inside, how are they? They are parallel. Can you observe inside? If you observe only this region, you can make out inside the solenoid, they are parallel. So what is the pattern of the magnetic field lines inside a solenoid? They are parallel. And you very well know that when the magnetic field lines are parallel, what would be the strength? It is uniform. So what is the magnetic field inside a solenoid? It is uniform. How did we come to know that the magnetic field strength inside a solenoid is uniform? It is by the pattern of the magnetic field lines that is observed inside the solenoid. Now coming to the strength outside the solenoid. It is very less and practically we take it as nil. Since it is too less compared to the field inside the solenoid, for our experimental purposes, we take the strength of the magnetic field in a solenoid as nil. So in this whole activity, we have learned about the magnetic field strength and the pattern. By seeing the figure, we can make out it as a solenoid, nothing but a coil of wire in cylindrical shape which is carrying current. Any conductor for that matter which carries current will have a magnetic field produced around that. In the same way, the magnetic field is produced even in a solenoid. But the pattern is different. Outside the solenoid, it is in the form of a circular loop. You continue these magnetic field lines that are emerging from inside the solenoid also, they continue to form a circular loop again. But what about the magnetic field pattern inside the solenoid? It is parallel. Since the magnetic field pattern is parallel inside the solenoid, the strength is uniform. And the magnetic field outside the solenoid is too less for our practicals or for the experiments, hence we take it as nil. Hope the concept is clear. The pattern and the strength of magnetic field in a solenoid. If you remember this table, you can elaborate your answer for 3 or 4 mark with the help of a diagram again. And these concepts are the favorite topics for the paper setter. These questions might be twisted in MCQs also. So you better prepare it for 3 marks so that you can attend either of the way. You will be able to elaborate. If you remember this table, you will be able to write your answer for 3 mark or 4 mark. You will also be in a position to solve MCQs. It will save your time when you are solving MCQs. Hope this class is helpful. In the same way, if you want more concepts to be done, the only way to motivate us is by subscribing our channel.